Ezekiel 37:110, Ezekiel dry bones. Bible story, you ever feel like life has left you dry? Bone dry, no energy, no motivation, no sense of purpose, just stuck. Yeah, we've all been there, but what if I told you that even dry bones can come back to life? Sounds crazy, right? Well, let me tell you a story, a valley of dry bones. There was a man named Ezekiel, a prophet in the Bible. One day, God takes him to this huge valley. Picture a wide, open desert, lifeless, quiet, except for one thing: bones. Everywhere. Scattered, dry, lifeless. Now, I don't know about you, but if I walked into a valley full of bones, I'd be asking,
God, why are we here? But instead, God asks him a question. Son of man, can these bones live? What would you say? Be honest. Most of us would probably say, no, these bones are long gone. They had their time. But Ezekiel, he's smart. He says, Lord, in other words, I don't see how, but if anyone can do it,
it's you. And then God tells him something unexpected. Prophesy to these bones. Now hold up. Imagine you're standing in the middle of a dry, dead valley and God says, talk to the bones. If it were me, I'd probably say,
Lord, you sure these bones don't have ears? But Ezekiel obeys. He starts speaking, saying exactly what God told him. Dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. I will make breath enter you, and you will come to life. And suddenly, the
ground starts shaking, the bones rattle, start coming together, connecting, forming skeletons. Then flesh appears, skin covers them, but they're still not alive. So God tells Ezekiel, prophesy to the breath, speak to the wind, call life into these bodies. And when he does, boom, they stand up, a mighty army. What this means for you now, you might be thinking, okay, cool story, but what does this have to do with me? Everything. Because let's be real, sometimes life makes us feel like those dry bones. You had dreams, but somewhere along the way, life drained the life out of them. You wanted to start a business, but you got discouraged. You wanted to grow spiritually, but you lost motivation. You were excited about something, but failure knocked the wind out of you. And now you feel dry, stuck, hopeless. But here's the good news. Your story isn't over. God didn't bring Ezekiel to that valley just to show him a bunch of bones. He brought him there to show him that nothing is too dead for God to revive. The power
of your words? Now here's where it gets really personal. God didn't just snap his fingers and bring the bones to life. Nope. He told Ezekiel to speak. Why?
Because your words have power. Think about it. Ever had someone speak negativity over your life? Told you you're not good enough, you'll never make it, you're wasting your time? Ever caught yourself saying things like, I'll never succeed, things will never change? What's the point? See, when you speak death, you stay stuck in the valley, but when you speak life, things start to shift. What if, instead of saying, I'll never get out of this situation, you said, I am capable, and God has a plan for me? Instead of saying, I'll always struggle, you declared, I'm growing, learning, and getting stronger every day. Instead of saying, my dreams are dead, you spoke, God is breathing new life into my purpose. Faith plus action, transformation. But hold up, this isn't just about positive thinking. Ezekiel didn't just speak to the bones and then walk away, hoping something might happen. He believed and acted. That's the key: faith, action. If you've lost motivation in your goals, start speaking life over them and take one small step forward. If you feel spiritually dry, start praying, start reading, start showing up. If you feel stuck in your career, declare that new opportunities are coming and update that resume. Because even dry bones can live again, but they won't if you just sit and stare at them. Your turn. Speak life. So let me ask you, what dry bones are in your life right now? What have you given up on? What's that thing you've buried because it seemed impossible? It's time to start speaking life over it. Instead of saying, I'm too tired, say, I have the strength to keep going. Instead of, I'm not good enough, say, I am growing and improving every day. Instead of, things will never change, say, God is working even when I can't see it. And then, take action. Even if it's a small step. Even if it feels silly at first, because just like in Ezekiel's story, the shift starts when you start speaking. So don't wait. Speak life, move forward, watch God work. And hey, don't be surprised if things start rattling.